Before you pick up that paintbrush, stop what you're doing because these 5 paint trends are on their way out in 2025. Before you pick that perfect paint color, you don't want your home to feel dated right away, right? Well, don't worry. I'm going to tell you all the paint trends that are going to be on their way out in 2025, and I'm going to show you what to do instead. My name's Carrie, a designer here at Penny Modern, and I've done the homework for you by gathering up insights from top industry leaders such as Sherwin-Williams, Pantone, Benjamin Moore, as well as Glidden and Valspar. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you 3 on-trend 2025 paint colors that are going to be not only trendy, but they're also going to be timeless. So they're going to be a safe bet for any room. Let's get started with our first paint color trend that's on its way out in 2025. And this is a paint color that became extremely popular because of what's called the biophilic movement. If you don't know what that is, it's okay. It's a trend that's all about bringing the outside in and using natural materials and earthy colors in your home. If you haven't guessed it already, this paint color trend that's kind of on its way out is actually that sage green and mint green color that we are seeing everywhere, and it's becoming oversaturated in terms of what we're seeing in kitchens, bathrooms, as well as just general home decor. Muted greens have become extremely popular and very much well loved because of their ability to give a bathroom a very spa-like vibe. It also was making kitchens just feel different and unusual, and that way people were using green in their kitchen cabinet colors. And it's also a color that is gonna give you a more serene feel to your home. But now in 2025, the thing is with these sage greens and mint greens, it's just become overused and kind of overplayed. Almost every Pinterest board has it. You see it in a lot of designer homes. You also see it in a lot of staged homes when you see like flipped properties and things like that. So it's just becoming overplayed and it's not a surprising, refreshing look anymore. What should you do instead of using a mint green or a sage green? Well, a lot of designers are actually using a more darker green or an emerald green to give a feeling of a more moodiness, of definitely a more earthy vibe, and a little bit more grounding color. One color you can try is Evergreens by Sherwin-Williams, which is a deep, rich green that gives you an earthy vibe, and it'll be great for something like a study or den if you're thinking about doing all the walls in that color, or maybe it's something that you might want to use for some cabinets. You also can try a color like Vintage Vogue by Benjamin Moore, which is going to be a earthy olive green that has some muted undertones that's gonna give an element of sophistication for any space that you put it in. You also could steer clear of green altogether and do something like a Honeycomb by Behr, which is a warm, muted golden yellow that's gonna give you a little bit of unexpected surprise if you use it as an accent color, and it's also gonna give you a very warm and energetic feeling to a room. If you are wanting to use green, go for a deeper, darker green like the ones I mentioned. You can also pair that with a warm wood, which is going to look absolutely gorgeous, or maybe a white like an alabaster color. And if you are loving green anyways, hit that like button. Now, this next color on the way out in 2025 may be a little bit more controversial. For more than a decade, gray was the ultimate neutral. It was really praised for its versatility, and you could pair it with pretty much any color palette, which made it an absolute favorite for walls, cabinetry, and even flooring. Whether warm or cool toned, gray fit seamlessly into the very minimalist and modern aesthetic and pretty much any design style that you wanted to have in your home. But as we head into 2025, gray is starting to feel very lifeless and just flat out uninspiring. Designers are moving towards those warmer color tones that feel cozier and more personal. And gray, with its association with a sterile office space or maybe a hospital, doesn't deliver on that sense of warmth and character that people are really craving in their homes. So here are 3 warm neutrals that will make your space feel very inviting and updated as an alternative to gray. The first one is Caramelized by Dunn-Edwards. This is their 2025 color of the year, and this is a terracotta inspired shade that is a soft brown with hints of orange, and it's perfect for adding warmth and that earth tone without overpowering your room. The next one is Stucco by Sherwin-Williams. This is a soft, warm beige that feels grounding, and it's a great choice for walls instead of gray. The next one is Wheat Sheaf by Benjamin Moore, which is a warm grayish that bridges that gap between gray and beige, creating a very versatile look. So you can pair these colors with natural textures like a rattan, a jute rug, or warm wood furniture for a very layered and cozy vibe. And for even better contrast, you could use black or dark green accents to create depth. And if you are looking for even more designer-approved paint colors that are going to be a timeless choice, make sure you hang in there. That is coming up towards the end of this video. Now we are on to another color that's on its way out in 2025, and that would be Millennial Pink. This became iconic in the mid-2010s, and it symbolized a more soft, playful take on minimalism. This blush tone pink was everywhere, from walls to furniture to Instagram feeds, and it became synonymous with a cozy feminine space, and it was very, very popular in both bedrooms and bathrooms. But by 2025, designers are moving away from Millennial Pink, which now feels overly nostalgic and just like a little bit dated. The design world is embracing a more mature and nuanced hue that feels both soft and it brings more depth and richness to your space. It also can feel a little bit juvenile in my opinion. So instead of Millennial Pink, here are some updated shades that feel soft and romantic while adding a lot more depth to your space. So the first is Light Peach by Valspar. This is a subtle, warm peach tone that feels fresh and modern, but it doesn't overwhelm. And then we have Wildflower Honey by Behr, which is a blush tone peach that evokes warmth and softness, and it's really a great color for both a bedroom or a bathroom. And instead of pink, you could consider using a darker purple, such as Cinnamon Slate, which is the color of the year from Benjamin Moore. Cinnamon Slate is a delicate blend of heathered plum and velvety brown, and browns are definitely in this year. So do you miss the days of Millennial Pink, or are you excited about these richer, more modern alternatives? Let me know down in the comments below. So if you're thinking about doing a room makeover and that's why you're watching this video, I have a great free resource for you. It is a room makeover planner and checklist. And this is a really cool download that you can use to help you plan your project. It's going to help you determine what you want to keep, what you want to get. It'll help you build a budget. It'll help you do a little bit of a floor plan. And you can download this for free at pennymodern.com/freebies. And that link is down in the description. So our next color that's on its way out in 2025 rose to popularity as a soft alternative to navy, and that is slate blue. So this is a cool muted tone that worked very, very well in kitchens, bathrooms, and living rooms. It became a staple for cabinetry and accent walls because it made your room look a little bit more sophisticated. However, slate blue is starting to feel flat and one-dimensional as the design trends shift towards richer, warmer palettes. And so while it's a beautiful color, it just lacks that vibrancy and warmth that both homeowners and designers are looking for in 2025. So cooler tones like slate blue are being replaced by more warm colors, and I'm going to get to those in a second. So you can upgrade your slate blue with these very modern alternatives. The first one is Mapped Blue by Dutch Boy. This is the 2025 color of the year from Dutch Boy, and it's a blue-green tone that is a fresh, versatile, and perfect for both modern and traditional spaces. The next one is Encore by Valspar, which is a rich, timeless blue with a very subtle violet undertone that really adds a lot of depth to your space. And then the last one is Peacock Blue by Behr, which is a bold teal that injects energy and sophistication into any room. And I personally use this color in our vacation house, which is an Airbnb, and I absolutely love it for one of my accent walls. So these colors are fantastic for creating a statement, also for updating a kitchen cabinet or adding a pop of color to your furniture pieces. So for example, you could pair mapped blue with a warm brass hardware or even light oak flooring for a very beautiful contrast and get that balanced look. So if you want a bold but very balanced color scheme, you could also pair these updated blues with creamy off-whites like a Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore or a deep earthy brown like Mocha Mousse by Pantone. This contrast adds a lot of dimension and it really creates a very modern color palette. So do you still think slate blue has a place in modern homes? If you do, hit that like button. I'd love to know. So now we are going to discuss all of the colors of white that are on their way out in 2025. So I know this is going to be a popular section. So the first trend in terms of whites going out of style are really around cool whites, and especially cool whites with blue undertones. And they were a go-to for creating that crisp, clean, minimalist space. And they were very, very popular in modern interiors. And also, I would say, in kind of like that modern farmhouse vibe, where the stark brightness made rooms feel a lot larger and more open, especially in contemporary spaces as well. But in 2025, there was a shift towards this warmth and coziness that I've mentioned earlier, and it's really just pushing those cool whites out of favor. These shades can feel very sterile and it can make your living space not feel very comfortable, which you want to feel relaxed and comfortable, right, in your living room. Homeowners are now gravitating towards a creamy, warmer white that creates a more inviting atmosphere. So here are 3 warm whites that will transform your space and make it feel cozy and inviting. The first is my personal favorite, which is White Dove by Benjamin Moore. It is a creamy white with a little bit of gray undertone that adds softness without feeling yellow. The next one is Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore, which is a very warm off-white with beige undertones, which is perfect for creating a very cozy and classic feel, and it's very, very widely used. And then there's Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams, which is a soft, warm white that pairs really beautifully with both bold colors as well as your neutral palettes. And these whites are ideal for any room in the house, bedroom, kitchen, whatever you need. And they can be paired with those deeper tones like a Cinnamon Slate by Benjamin Moore or that Encore Blue by Valspar for a very modern look. So use these warm whites to highlight architectural details like crown molding, wainscoting, or baseboards. And these subtle touches are going to make your space feel very polished and timeless. And so are you ready to ditch those stark, cool white walls, or do you still love that look? Let me know in the comments below if you like a warm white or a cool white. Let me know. And now, as promised, here are those 3 paint colors that are trending for 2025, and they're also timeless. But first, if you want to learn how to decorate your home like a pro, but on a budget that you can actually afford, hit subscribe because that's what we're all about here at Penny Modern. The first in our timeless paint color recommendations is Mocha Mousse by Pantone, which is their color of the year for 2025. This is a very soft, luxurious brown, and I really think it's perfect for creating a very warm and grounded space, and it works beautifully in both a living room or a kitchen, and even in a bedroom. And one thing to note, Pantone is not a paint company, they're a color company, so you would have to get this color matched at your favorite paint store and try pairing Mocha Mousse with a creamy white or an earthy green for a very layered and nature-inspired earthy look. The next timeless paint color that I wanted to tell you about is Elderton by Graham and Brown. Now this is a smaller paint company, and Elderton is a rich, darker, neutral tone brown, and it's a chameleon color that can be sophisticated, but it also can be very cozy depending on the mood of the space it's in. And one thing to note, most paint companies, even like a Home Depot or Lowe's, they can do a color match. So you can tell them this color that you want Elderton by Graham and Brown, and they can color match it for you right there in your big box retailer. Next up, we have Rose Pine by Benjamin Moore. Now this is a deep earthy green that I feel is very rich, very timeless, and it's a perfect color for creating a connection to nature, which is that mega trend of bringing the outside in, and it adds a lot of depth, it adds so much drama to your space. So you could even pair this beautiful green with warm metallics like gold or bronze for a very stunning look. Now, these shades can be used on walls,
cabinetry, furniture, or even just accents in your decor. So you could paint built-in bookshelves in rose pine for a dramatic, sophisticated touch, or you could use that Elderton on a kitchen island to create a statement and just have a little bit of contrast in your kitchen. And if you're wondering how to pair these colors with furniture and decor for a cohesive look, make sure to check out our next video that I'm going to link to here shortly. You don't want to miss it.
So now that you know which paint colors that you need to avoid in 2025, do you want to see a little bit more about what interior design styles are going to be super hot in 2025? If you do, you've got to watch this next video, which is right here, and that's going to help fill you in on the latest and greatest in terms of interior design trends that you should be thinking about incorporating into your space for 2025. So I'll see you in the next video.